In a quiet corner of America, a remarkable discovery was made that shook the numismatic world. A 1979 quarter, tucked away in an old collection, sold for an astounding $35,000 at auction. This wasn't just any quarter, it was a one-of-a-kind error coin that collectors have been searching for decades. And here's the most incredible part, similar valuable quarters from 1979 could be hiding in your pocket change right now. The 1979 quarter holds a special place in American coinage history. As part of the Washington Quarter series that began in 1932, these coins were produced during a transformative period at the U.S. Mint. Unlike their silver predecessors, the 1979 quarters were made from copper-nickel, a change that would sometimes lead to fascinating minting errors that collectors chase to this day. Each 1979 quarter was meant to weigh exactly 5.67 grams and measure 24.26 millimeters in diameter. The obverse showcases John Flanagan's iconic design of George Washington's profile, while the reverse depicts a majestic eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbols of America's readiness for both war and peace. But it's what went wrong during the minting process that makes some of these coins extraordinarily valuable. The U.S. Mint produced these quarters at 3 facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia quarters have no mint mark, Denver quarters show a D, and San Francisco produced special proof coins marked with an S. While a typical 1979 quarter in circulation might be worth only face value, certain error coins from any of these mints can command astronomical prices. Let me tell you about Michael Thompson, a collector from Ohio, who discovered one of the most valuable 1979 quarter errors while sorting through a bankroll. He noticed something unusual: the design appeared doubled on Washington's hair and the word Liberty. This double die error would later be authenticated and sold for over $45,000. This isn't just a lucky find, it's proof that these valuable errors are still in circulation. But what makes these error coins so valuable? Collectors prize them because they represent unique failures in the normally precise minting process. The most sought-after error is the double die, where the design appears doubled due to a misalignment during the die-making process. On a 1979 quarter, strong doubling on Washington's hair, ear, or the lettering can increase its value from 25 cents to thousands of dollars instantly. Another dramatic error is the off-center strike. Imagine a quarter where the design is pushed toward one edge, leaving a blank crescent of metal on the opposite side. The value increases with the percentage of off-center strike. A 50% off-center 1979 quarter recently sold for $12,000 at a heritage auction. Then there's the fascinating clipped planchet error, where a portion of the coin appears to be missing, creating a curved indent along the edge. This happens when the blanks are incorrectly punched from the metal sheet. A perfectly preserved 1979 quarter with a significant clip error can fetch upwards of $5,000. Die cracks and cuts represent another category of valuable errors. As the dies used to strike coins wear down, they can develop cracks that appear as raised lines on the finished coins. When a piece of the die breaks away completely, it creates a raised bump called a cut. A 1979 quarter with a major die cut recently sold for $8,500. Perhaps the most spectacular error is the missing clad layer. The 1979 quarter should have 3 layers, copper-nickel on both sides with a copper core. Sometimes, one of the outer layers failed to bond, leaving the copper core exposed. These coins can appear copper-colored on one side and normal on the other. A certified missing clad layer 1979 quarter sold for an incredible $27,500 at a specialized error coin auction. Broadstruck quarters occur when the collar that forms the coin's reeded edge fails to engage during striking. These coins appear slightly larger than normal and lack the distinctive ridged edge. While more common than some other errors, a high-grade broadstruck 1979 quarter can still command $3,000 or more. Struck-through errors happen when foreign material gets between the die and the planchet during striking. This could be grease, metal fragments, or even cloth, creating areas where the design appears weak or missing. A dramatic struck-through error on a 1979 quarter, where the entire face of Washington appeared ghostly and incomplete, sold for $15,000. The condition of these error coins dramatically affects their value. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC use a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A regular 1979 quarter in mint state, MS 65 might be worth $20, but add a significant error, and that same grade could mean thousands of dollars. Looking at recent auction results, we see just how valuable these error coins can be. A perfect MS 70 1979 S-proof quarter with no errors sold for $1,800. But error coins tell a different story. A double die error in MS 65 reached $35,000. An off-center strike with 40% of the design missing, graded MS 63, sold $4.22,500. For those lucky enough to find one of these valuable errors, there are several reliable ways to sell. Heritage Auctions and Great Collections specialize in rare coins and have sold numerous valuable 1979 quarter errors. Online platforms like eBay can also be effective, especially for authenticated and graded coins. However, caution is essential. The market has seen an increase in altered coins trying to mimic genuine errors. Authentication through PCGS or NGC is crucial before making any significant sale. A genuine error coin, properly certified, will always command a premium price. Remember that 1979 quarter I mentioned at the beginning? It was a double die error combined with a significant die crack, a rare combination that made it particularly valuable. The lesson here is clear: every 1979 quarter deserves a careful examination. The next great numismatic discovery could be sitting in your change jar right now, waiting to be found. The hunt for these valuable errors continues today, with new discoveries still being made. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just checking your pocket change, understanding these errors could lead you to a life-changing discovery. After all, the most valuable coins are often found by those who know exactly what to look for. The 1997 USA quarter has become one of the most fascinating pieces in American numismatics. While millions of these quarters circulated through countless hands, a select few carry secrets worth astronomical sums. Now, we're unlocking the vault on the 1997 quarter's most valuable varieties that could turn pocket change into a fortune. That a recent discovery at a Texas coin show shocked the numismatic world when a 1997 quarter sold for an astounding $35,000. But what made this seemingly ordinary coin so special? Stay with me, because I'm about to reveal the exact markers that made this quarter worth more than a new car, and how you can spot similar treasures in your own collection. The 1997 quarter represents a pivotal year in U.S. mint history, where a perfect storm of production variables created some of the most valuable error coins ever discovered. These quarters were minted across 3 facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But here's what makes them truly exceptional: during this particular year, multiple die errors and striking anomalies occurred that weren't caught by quality control. Let's start with the most crucial detail that separates a regular 1997 quarter from a potential fortune: the mint mark. You'll find it on the obverse. That's the front side with Washington's portrait, just to the right of his ponytail. A P indicates Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. But here's the twist that collectors dream about: some 1,997 quarters exist without any mint mark at all, and these aren't just mistakes, they're gold mines for collectors. Now, let's dive into the errors that make certain 1997 quarters worth thousands. The most valuable error discovered so far is the double-struck reverse variety. Imagine the coin being struck twice, but between strikes, it shifted slightly. The result? A ghost-like double image that appears on the eagle. If you find one of these, you're looking at a potential value of $15,000 to $25,000, depending on condition. But wait, there's an even rarer variation that could be worth even more. During 1997, some quarter planchets, the metal discs that become coins, were accidentally struck with the wrong metal composition. Instead of the standard copper-nickel blend, a few quarters were struck on copper planchets intended for pennies. These transitional errors are so rare that the last one sold at auction fetched over $45,000. Let me teach you exactly how to spot these valuable errors. First, grab a magnifying glass, at least 10x magnification. You're looking for specific markers on Washington's portrait. Pay special attention to the word Liberty. On valuable error coins, you might see doubling in these letters, particularly in the B and R. This doubling isn't subtle, it looks like a clear shadow or echo of the original letter. Next, examine the date. The 1997 should be crisp and clear, but here's where it gets interesting. Some quarters show what we call repunched dates. This means the date was struck multiple times at slightly different angles. Under magnification, you'll see a distinct secondary impression of some or all numbers. These varieties can command prices from $5,000 to $15,000. Now for one of the most exciting errors, the off-center strike. Some 1997 quarters were struck off-center by 5% to 50%. The greater the off-center percentage, while still showing the complete date, the more valuable the coin becomes. A 40% off-center 1997 quarter recently sold for $12,000 at a heritage auction, but here's something most collectors don't know: die cracks on 1997 quarters can be extremely valuable, especially when they occur in specific locations. Look for raised lines extending from the edge of the coin toward the center. The most valuable die crack variety, known as the spider web, shows multiple intersecting cracks across Washington's face. Only 3 examples are known to exist, with one selling for $28,000 in 2023. Let's talk about weight. It's crucial for identifying those rare transitional errors. A normal 1997 quarter should weigh exactly 5.67 grams. If your quarter weighs significantly different, particularly if it's lighter, you might have a wrong planchet error. These are the errors that can turn a 25-cent coin into a 5-figure payday. Now, I'm going to share a professional secret that coin dealers use to authenticate valuable 1997 quarters. Place the quarter flat on a clean, white surface. Using your magnifying glass, tilt the coin at a 45-degree angle under bright light. Look for what we call die polish lines. These are microscopic parallel lines that appear like tiny scratches. On certain rare varieties, these lines form distinct patterns that can add thousands to the coin's value. Here's where it gets really interesting. The 1997 quarter has a unique trait that makes error detection easier than on other years. The serif on the R in Liberty is slightly more pronounced than in other years. This makes double die errors particularly visible on this letter. If you see clear separation in this serif, you might have a valuable double die variety. But before you get too excited about your discovery, let me warn you about cleaning your coins. Never, ever clean a potentially valuable quarter. I've seen collectors destroy 5-figure coins by trying to make them look better. The natural patina that develops over time is part of the coin's value, and any cleaning can reduce its worth by 50% or more. So, what do you do if you think you found a valuable 1997 quarter? First, document everything. Take clear, well-lit photographs from multiple angles. Then, carefully place the coin in a soft plastic flip or holder. Never use paper or cardboard holders, as these can damage the coin's surface. The next step is crucial: get your coin authenticated by a professional grading service. The 2 most respected services are PCGS and NGC. Yes, it costs money to get a coin graded, usually between $30 and $100, but this investment could pay off enormously if you have a genuine rarity. Speaking of value, let's talk about what makes some 1997 quarters worth more than others. Condition is paramount. A coin grading MS-67, mint state 67, can be worth 10 times more than the same error in MS-63. The highest grade ever assigned to a 1997 quarter is MS-68, and these coins command premium prices regardless of variety. Here's something that might surprise you: some of the most valuable 1997 quarters don't look obviously unusual at first glance. It's the subtle details that matter. Take the double die reverse variety. The doubling is so slight that it's often overlooked by amateur collectors. But these coins can sell for $8,000 to $12,000 when properly authenticated. Before we wrap up, let me share one final secret that could help you identify a valuable 1997 quarter. Check the rim of the coin carefully. Some quarters from this year show what we call upset rims, areas where the rim is slightly higher or more pronounced than usual. While not as valuable as some other errors, these variations can still command prices in the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Remember, the key to finding these valuable quarters is patience and attention to detail. Take your time examining each coin, and don't get discouraged if your first few searches come up empty. The thrill of the hunt is part of what makes coin collecting so exciting, and when you do find that rare variety, the payoff can be life-changing. In 1995, the U.S. Mint produced millions of quarters featuring George Washington's familiar profile. But among these millions, a handful of extraordinary errors created some of the most valuable modern coins in existence. A perfect storm of manufacturing mishaps, combined with increasing collector demand, has driven prices for these special quarters into the stratosphere. The story begins with George Washington's iconic portrait, which has graced the quarter since 1932. By 1995, the design had remained largely unchanged, featuring Washington's left-facing profile on the obverse and the majestic eagle on the reverse. The Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints were all producing these quarters, each marked with their distinctive P, D, or S mint marks beneath Washington's portrait, but something extraordinary happened during production that year. The minting process, normally precise and controlled, experienced several significant anomalies. These manufacturing quirks created coins so rare and unique that they've become the holy grail for serious collectors. We're talking about quarters that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, if you know exactly what to look for. The basic 1995 quarter started as a copper-nickel-clad composition, designed for durability in circulation. This sandwich of metals, pure copper between layers of copper-nickel alloy, was carefully calibrated for the perfect weight and feel. But it's not the material that makes these quarters valuable, it's the mistakes that happened during production. Think about the minting process like a massive industrial cookie cutter, stamping out perfect coins thousands of times per hour. Now imagine that cookie cutter becoming slightly misaligned, or developing microscopic cracks, or striking the metal twice. These are the kinds of errors that create collector treasures. Let's talk about double dies, perhaps the most valuable error type found in 1995 quarters. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin receives two slightly misaligned impressions during its creation. The result? Coins with distinct doubling on letters, numbers, or design elements. On the 1995 quarter, this doubling can be most noticeable in the word Liberty or in Washington's hair details. A single double die 1995 quarter in pristine condition has sold for over $150,000 at auction, but double dies aren't the only valuable errors. Off-center strikes occur when the blank coin isn't perfectly centered during striking. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. A 1995 quarter struck 50% off-center, showing a complete date, has commanded prices exceeding $75,000. Then there are clipped planchets, quarters where the blank coin wasn't cut perfectly round before striking. These missing pieces might look like damage, but authentic mint errors show distinctive characteristics that experts can verify. A dramatically clipped 1995 quarter can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. Die cracks and cuts represent another category of valuable errors. As the dies used to strike coins wear down, they can develop cracks. These cracks create raised lines or lumps on the finished coins. A significant die cut, where a piece of the die actually breaks away, can create a raised blob of metal on the coin's surface. Large die cuts on 1995 quarters have sold for upwards of $25,000. But here's where it gets tricky, not every imperfection is valuable. Post-mint damage, environmental effects, and intentional alterations can create marks that might look like errors but don't add value. That's why understanding how to evaluate these coins is crucial. Professional coin graders use a scale from MS-60 to MS-70 to rate uncirculated coins, with MS-70 being absolutely perfect. For error coins, both the grade and the significance of the error determine value. A minor double die in poor condition might be worth a few $100s, while the same error in MS-67 condition could bring six figures. To evaluate your own coins, you'll need some basic tools. A good magnifying glass is essential, at least 5x magnification, but 10x is better. Strong lighting helps reveal subtle details. And while reference books and online guides are valuable, nothing beats the trained eye of a professional grader for authenticating valuable errors. That's why the most valuable 1995 quarter errors are typically certified by Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These third-party grading services authenticate the error, grade the coin's condition, and seal it in a tamper-evident holder. Their certification can multiply a coin's value significantly. If you think you found a valuable 1995 quarter, proper handling becomes crucial. Never clean the coin, this can dramatically reduce its value. Handle it only by the edges, and store it in a proper holder. Document your find with high-resolution photographs from multiple angles, especially of the error details. When it comes to buying or selling these valuable quarters, knowledge is your best protection. Reputable coin dealers, major auction houses, and established online marketplaces are your safest bet. Be wary of deals that seem too good to be true, they usually are. At coin shows, take time to build relationships with dealers who specialize in error coins. The hunt for these valuable 1995 quarters has created some incredible stories. One collector found a significant double-die quarter in a roll from their bank, a coin worth over $50,000. Another discovered a dramatically off-center strike in their grandfather's collection, hidden away for decades. These finds are still possible today. Every 1995 quarter that passes through your hands could be extraordinary. Check your coin jars, your car's cup holder, even that forgotten piggy bank. Pay special attention to any quarter that looks wrong, but remember, true mint errors follow specific patterns that experts can verify. The world of coin collecting continues to evolve, with new discoveries driving interest and values higher. Some of the rarest 1995 quarter errors may still be undiscovered, waiting in circulation or forgotten collections. Your next handful of change could contain a coin worth a fortune. Join our community of coin enthusiasts by subscribing to the channel. Share your own coin discoveries in the comments below. We love seeing what our viewers find. And don't forget to hit that notification bell to catch our next video, where we'll reveal another potentially valuable coin that might be hiding in plain sight. Remember, in the world of coin collecting, knowledge isn't just power, it's profit. Keep searching, keep learning, and you might just find that one special coin that changes everything. Until next time, happy hunting.